So these past couple of months, I've been going through a reading slump. This month, though, it's been picking up the amount of books that I've been reading, thankfully. Yes, ma'am. Hi. And I'm really glad that it's picking up now, and I'm finding my interest in books again. It was really unfortunate that I did lose that passion for reading for a couple of months, but things are getting better. Majority of these books are under 200 pages, minus one, and that's only because it's a combination of two short stories, and I believe those two short stories are under 100 pages. But let's just get into the video. So the first book I have is The Guest Cat. I am not going to butcher the author's name out of respect for them, but this one's essentially about a like random cat that pops up in the narrator's home. It's the husband and wife, and it just shows how their relationship grows, how they learn to love the cat and appreciate it, how it affects their daily lives. Pretty much the book is just about how the cat impacts their lives. It was a very sweet story. Just it's a book about a cat. Why not read it? Oh, and it kind of looks like Mipsy. Plus, the next one, I am so obsessed with this book. I recently purchased it and I just finished reading it. It is a Banana Yoshimoto book. This one is Hard Boiled and Hard Luck. So, this one is two short stories. The first one is about a woman who goes hiking on a trail or in the mountains, something like that. And she kind of just goes through the motions of grief and regret when it comes to one of her deceased ex lovers. And then the next one is about a sister who is also learning to come into terms with her grief and, acceptance of her sister's death. Um, it says this on the book, it's not a spoiler. Her sister's in a coma. The main themes of this book is grief and acceptance. I did not put this book down at all. Matter of fact, I immediately went to Barnes and Nobles and bought like kind of a spoiler for the pile that I have right here, but way more of Banana Yoshimoto's books. This author, not too sure of the gender, but they are one of my top favorite authors now. Plus, look at this cover. So cute. And then the next one, I'm not saying it's one of my favorite books that I've read. This one's called The Faces. This is the cover. And it's essentially about a married woman who descends into madness. She thinks everybody's out to get her, and you go through her journey of realizing that she's not all there, And that's not something that's easy to come into terms with. I gave this one like a maybe a 6 out of 10. I definitely got to reread this one cuz I didn't quite get it. But if you're looking for something short, something interesting, this is good. It's okay. This next one, I will not shut up about this book. Okay? If you have watched any of my previous videos about books, you have heard this one. It's a piece of hair that's like stuck somewhere and I cannot get it off. Oh my. Oh, got it. Okay. My Face for the World to See by Alfred Hayes. This was one of my first Penguin Modern Classics. I actually picked this up at a secondhand bookstore and I love this book. Okay? I have described it many times, but I will, for my new viewers, I'll do it again. It is about a wealthy man who saves a woman from, harming herself. It says it in the back of the book. She's doing it very dramatically. She's like walking into the ocean, like, oh, take me waves. And he stops her. They form a relationship and it becomes complicated and they kind of go crazy with each other. Good book. The next one is the one that I was talking about that was, together is maybe 200 pages altogether, but both stories are essentially under 100 pages, and it is Bonjour Tristesse by Francois Sagan. I want to read more of Sagan's work, but for some reason it's very hard for me to find. So this one has Bonjour Tristesse. I much prefer A Certain Smile over Bonjour Tristesse. That first story is about a young girl who is unhappy with her father's new relationship, and oh my gosh, what's the word? She kind of just sets them up for failure, pretty much. And then A Certain Smile is about a young girl named Dominique. Love that name, so pretty. And she, not a spoiler as well, she begins to form a relationship with an older man and kind of gets lost in the lust of it. Great stories. Beautiful. The next one is by The Lover, correction, by Marguerite Duras. This is about a young girl who forms a relationship with an older man, and she's very aware of what is going on. She knows what she's doing and, you know, what kind of impact this has on her life and her family as well. This one was a quick read. Um, and Duras's writing style is very rich. It's easy for you to read. So if you want to get out of a slump, definitely this one. This is a classic, I believe, as well. Then we have, I don't know if this is a surprise to anybody, Carmilla. Okay, lesbians and vampires. You can't really go wrong with this one. Then we have Paradise Rot. I want to read this one again because I kind of understood it. I liked it. I did. Especially like the cover. This is a beautiful cover. And it did a very good job at making me uncomfortable, especially with like its description of pee. Thank you. Then we have Heaven by Mieko Kawakami. This one is about two middle schoolers who are bullied and they form a friendship, I should say, over it. It was very sweet. It does have some very detailed bullying scenes, so I would just definitely check out any trigger warnings when it comes to this book. I was very hesitant to read this book at first because I can't read things like that. It's very hard. I can't even watch it on TV, but it's Kawakami. I wanted to read the book. I wanted to support her. And I love this book. The last book, gosh, I love this book so much. I actually picked this book up because of the TikToker Melissa and her book recommendations. I love all of her recommendations. Or she seems to have really good taste in books. So when she recommends something, I'm gonna check it out. And it is Annie John by Jamaica Kincaid. And this one is a coming of age story about a girl growing up, and she had a very beautiful relationship with her mother from the beginning, but it kind of starts to, I wouldn't say fall apart, but it definitely changes as she goes through puberty. So it just talks about the disconnection that you may feel when going through puberty. I read this book so quickly and I definitely want to check out more of Kincaid's books. Also, I love the cover. I love the color, the art, the feeling of the book as well. Also the pages. It was just such an easy read. Definitely enjoy this one. I hope you guys enjoy this one as well. So that was it for the book recommendations. I'm gonna move on to the books that I recently purchased. I actually read this one already. It is Orlando by Virginia Woolf, and I'll make a separate video about my opinions on books that I recently read in January, so look forward to that. But also, this cover is gorgeous. Love it. Okay, now I bought a whole bunch of other Yoshimoto books, 3. And the first one is Goodbye Sugumi. I'm assuming that's how you say it. I forgot what this one is about. Says an offbeat story of a deep and complicated friendship between two female cousins. Maria is the only daughter of an unmarried woman. She has grown up at the seaside along her cousin Sugumi, a lifelong invalid, charismatic, spoiled, and occasionally cruel. My phone completely ran out of storage, but anyways, where was I? When Sugumi invites Maria to spend a last summer by the sea, a restful idyll becomes a time of dramatic growth as Sugumi finds love and Maria learns the true meaning of home and family. Sounds good. Anyways, I'm just trying to read a bunch of short books just to build my reading interests again. I'm going to try to speed run through these last 3 books that I have because my phone is running out of storage. I have Lizard by Banana Yoshimoto. This one's about an unhappy young husband who is questioned by a shape-shifting homeless man about the trials of his marriage, and a woman who has never felt truly secure in her life admits a deep secret to her lover. Sounds good. Then I have Amarita by Banana Yoshimoto, and I kind of forgot what this one's about. A celebrated actress suddenly dies under shocking circumstances, leaving behind an older sister, Sakumi, who suffers from memory loss in the wake of an accident. We'll go from there. I'll put a description. This one is actually a gift from my friend. This one is Therese Rakin, question mark. and this one is about an affair with some pretty serious consequences. So that was it for my video of books to get you out of a reading slump, as well as my small book haul. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.